Hey there, friend. Today, I need your full attention because what we're diving into isn't just another health tip. It's a wake-up call. As we grow older, there's one specific area of the body that tends to weaken long before anything else does. It's not the arms. It's not the back. It's your legs. Surprised? You're not alone. But believe it or not, this is where the real trouble starts for many people. You see, when your legs begin to lose their strength, it's not just about moving slower or feeling a bit more tired. It's about losing access to your independence. It's about watching daily tasks, like climbing stairs or standing up from your favorite chair, go from automatic to exhausting. And for countless older adults, that journey leads to one terrifying moment: a sudden fall. A single fall can unravel everything. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to go that way. Your legs are like the foundation of a building. Keep them strong, and everything above them remains steady. But let them weaken, and the whole structure starts to shift. Today, I'm going to show you how to protect that foundation, reinforce it, and maybe even rebuild it, starting with something simple and practical. Food. Don't worry. We're not talking about rare herbs or superfoods that only grow on a mountaintop in another country. I'm talking about everyday items you can find at your local grocery store. They're budget-friendly, easy to prepare, and powerful enough to make a difference. In fact, the last food on this list might just surprise you. It benefits not only your legs, but also your heart and your brain. Stay tuned. You want to hear this. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that climbing stairs takes more effort than it used to? Maybe you've started grabbing onto the railing without realizing it. Maybe your knees don't feel quite as stable. If any of that sounds familiar, this video was made for you. This is your moment to make a choice, not just for yourself, but for those who care about you. Let's make a promise to preserve our strength, protect our independence, and age with power, not fear. You with me? Good. Let's get started. And hey, if you're all about realistic, evidence-based ways to stay sharp and strong as you age, be sure to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about helping you stay energized, mobile, and full of life at any stage. So here's something you may not know. If you've been feeling weaker lately, it's not in your head, and it's not just part of getting older. There's a very real biological explanation. It's called sarcopenia. This is the gradual decline of muscle mass that starts as early as your 40s, and it can creep in silently. By your 60s, the pace picks up, and muscle loss can double if left unchecked. But what's especially important here is this. Your legs are the first place to take the hit. Why? Because they carry the biggest, most powerful muscles in your body. They're constantly at work, lifting, stabilizing, propelling you forward. Whether you're standing, walking, or simply getting up off the couch, your legs are always engaged. Think of your muscles like a savings account. When you're younger, you build it up with strength and energy. But as the years pass, that account starts to dwindle. Withdrawals come faster than deposits. And since your legs are spending energy all day long, the effects show up there first. At first, the changes are subtle. You might feel winded after a walk uphill. You might wobble slightly when trying to balance on one foot. But over time, those little signs grow louder. Playing with your grandkids becomes tiring. Dancing or gardening feels like too much. And here's the truth that too many people learn too late. This isn't just a muscle issue, it's a lifestyle issue. Here's where it gets serious. Weak leg muscles are one of the biggest indicators for future falls. And after 65, a fall isn't just an oops. It can lead to surgeries, months of bed rest, or permanent loss of mobility. In fact, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in older adults. This isn't a statistic, it's a warning. But hear me out. This is not the end of the story. You can fight back against sarcopenia. You're not powerless. One of the best defenses? What you put on your plate. Let me tell you about someone who turned it around. Her name's Margaret. She's 72 and used to avoid walking anywhere without help. A single flight of stairs made her heart race. But with just a few changes in her diet and a commitment to a simple daily routine, she started regaining control. Within months, she was walking a mile each day on her own, and even joined a dance group again. That's the impact of small, consistent choices. So take a moment. Ask yourself honestly, are your legs still carrying you the way they used to? If not, there's no shame. But there is a solution, and the sooner you take action, the better the outcome. Let's begin with one of your strongest allies in this battle. Fatty fish. I'm talking about salmon, sardines, mackerel, delicious, nutrient-packed options that do wonders for your leg muscles. Why are they so effective? Because they're full of omega-3 fatty acids, essential nutrients that your body can't produce on its own. These healthy fats help calm inflammation, reduce stiffness in joints, and promote faster muscle recovery, even after light activity like housework or casual walking. Think of omega-3s as internal lubricants for your joints and repair agents for your muscles. But that's not all. Fatty fish are also rich in protein, which your body needs daily to maintain and build muscle tissue. If your legs are the foundation of your body, protein is the cement that keeps them strong. Imagine sitting down to a meal with perfectly grilled salmon, lightly seasoned, loaded with over 20 grams of protein, omega-3s, and a hefty dose of vitamin D. That's not just dinner, that's a prescription for strength. And the beauty of it? It's easy, whether you grill it, bake it, or toss it into a salad or wrap. Fatty fish are versatile and tasty. Don't have time to cook? Canned tuna and salmon are just as powerful. No gourmet skills required. And if you're not a seafood fan, don't worry. You still got options. Flax seeds, chia seed, and walnuts are excellent plant-based sources of omega-3s. Or, if you prefer, a high-quality fish oil supplement can keep your levels up. Here's a stat you'll want to remember. Older adults who regularly consume omega-3 rich foods have a significantly slower rate of muscle loss, up to 20% slower. That's a big deal. That can mean more years of walking independently, doing what you love, and living without fear of falling. Every time you choose fatty fish or omega-3 rich foods, you're not just eating smart, you're choosing strength, you're choosing freedom. Now, let's move on to a second group of foods your legs absolutely crave. Dairy, milk, cheese, yogurt. These aren't just tasty treats. They're nutritional powerhouses for your bones and muscles. Aging naturally makes it harder to retain muscle, and dairy brings in two key nutrients your body desperately needs: protein and calcium. Protein, as you know, is essential for muscle repair. Every step you take, every time you rise from a seat, you create micro tears in your muscle fibers. That's how muscles grow. But they can't repair or grow without enough protein to rebuild. And here's the challenge. As we get older, our bodies aren't as efficient at using protein. That means you actually need more of it, not less. And dairy delivers it with ease. A cup of milk? That's 8 grams right there. A serving of Greek yogurt? Easily over 20 grams. That's strength on a spoon. Then there's calcium. While protein fortifies your muscles, calcium supports the framework they rely on, your bones. Weak bones mean unstable legs, higher fracture risk, and more fear around every step. But here's the kicker. Your body becomes less efficient at absorbing calcium with age. So getting it through your meals becomes non-negotiable. And dairy? It makes it simple. Cheese, yogurt, milk, they're convenient, delicious, and packed with bone-building power. Even if you're lactose intolerant or avoiding dairy, there are fortified plant milks, leafy greens, tofu, and supplements that can help fill in the gaps. And I'll leave you with one more quick story. Robert, 68, struggling with weak legs and achy joints. He started adding just 2 servings of dairy to his day. Nothing extreme, just a glass of milk with breakfast and some yogurt in the afternoon. Within weeks, his energy improved. His legs felt steadier, and stairs didn't seem like an obstacle anymore. The message: small, intentional changes matter. So whether it's fish, dairy, or smart alternatives, your legs are counting on you to make the right call. After just a few short months, Robert noticed something remarkable. His body was changing, the weakness in his legs that once made every step feel like a chore, gone. He could take longer walks without pausing. Climbing stairs no longer left him winded or frustrated. His posture improved. His energy levels were back. He even started helping his neighbors with their groceries, something he hadn't done in years. And no, his transformation wasn't some miracle. It was the direct result of consistent, targeted choices. Robert's story isn't some rare exception. It's exactly what science predicts. Numerous studies have confirmed that seniors who consistently consume enough protein and calcium, especially through dairy products, tend to preserve more lean muscle mass, enjoy stronger bones, and reduce their risk of dangerous falls and fractures by a significant margin. That's not just theory. It's evidence-based, real-world impact, all from changes made in the kitchen. So the next time you grab a cup of yogurt or pour a glass of milk, don't underestimate its value. That's not just a snack. It's a strategic move, a way to support your muscles, safeguard your bones, and protect your independence well into your later years. Every bite is a form of self-care, with long-term returns. Now, if you want to give your legs a head start from the moment your day begins, here's one of the simplest and most effective tricks in the book. Toss a handful of spinach into your morning omelet. It takes less than a minute, yet it delivers a powerful punch of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants your body desperately craves. By lunchtime, build on that momentum. Whip up a hearty salad using dark leafy greens like kale or arugula. Drizzle with olive oil, a squeeze of fresh lemon, and a sprinkle of Parmesan. You're not just creating a delicious plate. You're actively fueling the systems that keep you upright, energized, and mobile. When dinner rolls around, sauté some collard greens with garlic and a touch of sea salt. Not only will your taste buds thank you, but your legs and bones will too. And if you're looking for a quick, nutritious treat, blend spinach or kale with banana, almond milk, and a scoop of protein powder for a smoothie that tastes like dessert and heals like medicine. And here's what many people miss. Leafy greens aren't just about muscle. They benefit your entire body. They support cardiovascular health, aid digestion, and even contribute to cognitive function. They're like a full-body upgrade in plant form. Affordable, accessible, and incredibly effective. Want proof? Meet Linda. At 65, she was no stranger to fatigue and muscle cramps. The pain in her legs made her avoid walks, and gardening became a memory instead of a hobby. But when her physical therapist recommended eating more greens, she hesitated. Spinach? She scoffed. That's not going to fix anything. But she gave it a chance. She added kale to her lunchtime sandwiches, threw spinach into her morning smoothies. She didn't overhaul her entire diet. She just made small, intentional upgrades. And the results? Her leg cramps vanished. Her energy surged. And within weeks, she was walking to the park again. Now, she swears by her green routine and credits it with turning her health around. Still wondering if greens make a real difference? A landmark study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults who regularly consume leafy greens are up to 30% less likely to develop age-related muscle decline. That's not hype. That's science. And it's a clear reminder that what you put on your plate today can determine how strong you stand tomorrow. So the next time you're at the grocery store, don't pass up the greens. Grab a bag of baby spinach. Pick out some hearty kale. Load up on collard greens. Whether you sauté them, blend them, or pile them into a colorful salad, you're giving your body the tools it needs to move with power and purpose. By now, you've got the big three on your radar: fatty fish, dairy, and leafy greens. But let's take it one level deeper, because eating right is only half the equation. The other half, it's what you do with that fuel. Let's talk about movement. Daily activity isn't optional. It's essential, and you don't need to lace up for a marathon or hit the gym like a teenager. Just 20 to 30 minutes of brisk walking each day can have a dramatic effect on your strength, circulation, and joint flexibility. Think of it as a daily reboot for your lower body. Not into walking? No problem. There are plenty of low-impact alternatives. They're just as powerful. Tai Chi, yoga, swimming, or even gentle resistance exercises. Using resistance bands while seated. All of these help your body build strength, improve balance, and prevent falls. They're especially effective for reversing the effects of sarcopenia. Here's a smart trick. Pair your movement with mealtime. Take a walk 30 minutes after breakfast or lunch. It helps regulate blood sugar, boosts digestion, and keeps your legs engaged throughout the day. It's a win-win for your health. And let's not forget hydration, the unsung hero of muscle health. Dehydration can sneak up quietly and wreak havoc on your muscles. It causes cramping, fatigue, and slower recovery, all of which you might mistakenly attribute to aging. Start each morning with a glass of water, even before your first coffee. Aim for at least 8 glasses throughout the day, more if it's hot or you're active. Your muscles, especially those in your legs, will respond with more strength, better flexibility, and quicker healing. Now, here's where most people drop the ball. Rest. Everyone talks about exercise, but rest? That's where real transformation happens. Your muscles don't rebuild during the workout. They repair themselves during sleep. That's when tissues regenerate, inflammation goes down, and strength increases. Adults over 60 should aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night, not just for mental clarity, but for physical recovery. Want stronger legs? Start by respecting your rest. If you struggle with sleep, don't panic. There are simple things you can do to improve it. Power down screens an hour before bed. Sip a warm herbal tea. Read a calming book. And most importantly, stick to a consistent bedtime. Your body thrives on rhythm. Your legs aren't just muscles. They're your gateway to independence, to freedom, to joy. And now you know exactly how to support them with nourishing foods like fatty fish, calcium-rich dairy, and vibrant leafy greens. And with smart habits like daily movement, proper hydration, and restful sleep. Don't wait for a warning sign. Don't wait for a fall. Start now. Each healthy bite, each mindful step, each good night's sleep, it's all an investment in your future self. A declaration that you're not ready to slow down. You're just getting started. So go ahead, fill your plate with strength, move with purpose, and rest like it matters, because it does. And if this video gave you something valuable, something to think about, do me a favor, tap that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Let's make strong legs and strong lives the new standard. You ready to take that first step? Then let's walk this path together, one empowered step at a time. No matter where you are right now, just begin. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. And now you've got the tools, the knowledge, and the momentum to keep your legs strong, stable, and ready for the road ahead. Before we wrap things up, let me pause and say something important. Congratulations. Seriously, you stuck with me to the very end, and that says something powerful about you. You're not just interested in staying healthy, you're ready to take ownership of it, and that alone sets you apart. We've covered a lot today. You've learned about 3 foundational foods that fuel strength: omega-rich fatty fish, muscle-building dairy, and nutrient-dense leafy greens. You discovered the daily habits that amplify those benefits, like movement, hydration, and restorative sleep. But most of all, you've been reminded of this truth. Knowledge is only potential. Action is what transforms lives. So let me ask you one final, personal question. What will your first move be? Will you pick up some salmon on your next grocery trip? Will you finally take that 20-minute walk around the block? Will you whip up a spinach smoothie tomorrow morning, just to see how it feels? Whatever you choose, do it today, not someday, not when you feel more ready. Start now. Even a small step can shift your entire direction. Because here's what people often forget. Your legs aren't just for movement. They're for living. They carry you through the laughter, the memories, the people you love, and the places you've yet to explore. Keeping them strong means keeping your life in motion, on your terms. So every time you sit down to a nourishing meal, every time you stretch, walk, or simply get up with intention, every time you choose water over soda, rest over stress, effort over excuses, you're declaring something powerful with your actions. I'm not done. I'm not giving up. I'm just getting started. And now, here's my challenge to you. Don't keep this to yourself. Share this message. Send it to someone you care about, a parent, a sibling, a friend, maybe even your walking partner, because someone out there needs to hear what you heard today. And your share could be the reason they make a change that saves their mobility or even their life. If this video spoke to you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another insight. And hit that notification bell so you're always the first to know when new tips drop. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know what's one thing you're excited to do for your leg health starting today. It might be a walk, a new recipe, or even just a change in mindset. Whatever it is, put into words, because your story might be the spark that lights someone else's journey. Thank you for being here. Thank you for investing in yourself. Your body, your strength, and your future are worth every effort you make. Your health is more than a goal. It's the vehicle that carries you through every chapter, every celebration, and every beautiful moment still to come. So until next time, stand tall, move forward, and never stop choosing strength. You got this.